and the Playhouse company, what was then NAPAC, was staging Singing in the Rain, and my mom took me to this, and I particularly remember the scene where it poured with rain on the stage, and I was completely perplexed and amazed that this element was on the stage. It was literally raining. And I think my dad told me that the stage manager had a hotline to the weather report, and every night they opened the ceiling just in time for the rain to fall. That amazement, that experience of seeing whole worlds, universes changing inside a single space and you just sitting still, had a huge impact on me. Probably one of the biggest educations for me, and has continually been, is the Grahamstown Festival. I think I was 9 years old when Nicholas Ellenbogen and Liz, who ran Theatre for Africa and were living in Durban at the time, they invited me to my first Grahamstown Festival, and I got to sell programs during the shows. It just became this very natural thing to do for me. I think I can't remember not writing stories, sitting down and writing things. I've always wanted to be a storyteller. I love to accumulate real people's stories. I love that research. I love the interview process with people, gathering those stories and working them into your greater narrative. Each one of my works has provided such a crucial platform to get to the next place or to the next story. So they've all been extremely valuable to me and helped me, and they've all been very different kinds of projects. Towards the beginning or the end was a very kind of kitchen sink drama set in one room. Tin Bucket then was this kind of mini epic that moved through all these landscapes and places and characters, yet told with one woman. And then Tree Boy was putting my love for cinema and those type of techniques, but also a very expansive, quite epic story. A lot of South Africa and the stories here are very hard, are very difficult stories, are complex, often unhappy stories. And so it's about taking the reality and finding the hope in it. A great saying is be critical, never cynical. And I hope the work is very critical of the world around us and political systems, and yet never cynical, never just kind of, I don't know, I want to be more than that. When you put that much work in something, you really want audiences to not just go, well done, very nice, and leave. You want it's theatre to be a form of revelation. I know all the works that have inspired me and changed the way I think are ones that have done exactly that. They've shifted the ground beneath me. They've changed the way I see the world. The Grahamstown Festival is obviously an absolutely essential platform for young artists of all mediums and of all crafts. In the sense it really does allow you to share your work with a greater audience. And Adrian Sishel particularly is one person who is a national treasure in my mind. I have a lot to thank her for, in the sense of her constant support and for recognizing artists outside of her own city where she lives, Johannesburg, and actually traveling around South Africa and really helping to launch young artists' careers. I feel in the same way Ishmael Mohammed and the Grahamstown team, I'm deeply grateful to them for allowing us that platform, for taking the risk with some of my work and producing it, because otherwise it would just live and die in Durban, which is a great place, but you want it to travel, you want the world to see it. And this award certainly enables that now, hopefully. The Standard Bank Award is just, firstly, such a wonderful initiative. I've really, throughout the last 10 years, that's been a dream of mine. I've wanted this award. It's given me something to aspire toward and to work toward. So it's been a really kind of beacon for me that even if it didn't happen, it would be something that, you know, I would have kept working towards, because it's a lovely thing to finally earn, and I'm elated by this acknowledgement.